So I've got my new pumpkin mug, I've got my new autumn pyjamas on, and that could only mean that we are decorating for autumn. So if you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I do hope that this is the type of content that you enjoy. By the end of this video, I do hope that you will have subscribed to my channel. If you are a returning viewer, you know this is the third time that I've brought a Come Decorate for Autumn on my channel. So thank you so much to everyone who has recently subscribed. It does mean so much to me. But I can't wait to get into this video today, guys. So without further ado, go and get yourself a nice cozy drink, get under a nice warm blanket and light some candles, and let's get into this video. So I have decided that I am going to start this Come Decorate for Autumn in my bedroom, and this year I ain't going to be using all of my autumn pieces. I'm going to mute it all down. I just want it to look so nice and cozy, not over the top. So I've placed some items on the bed that I'm hopefully going to be using in this room. So I am going to show you that, and then I'll maybe put some nice autumnal music on and we'll just get into this decorating. I do think this is going to take me a little while, so I do hope you've got plenty of time to watch this. So I am going to show you the theme that I want to go with in this bedroom. So I have put the new bedding on and I've just gone for a plain bedding. But I've got some new cushion covers that I may put on in here, or I may put them on in the front room, but we'll see. What I tend to do is for decorating, I like to place stuff that I want to use in the room, and then I will keep on going back and adding different things. So let me switch around and let me show you what I've got on the bed at the moment. Okay, so this is what I've got on the bed at the moment. Obviously, take no notice of this. This is going to be going. But I've got all of these beige colours. So I bought these last year from the range. I've got a beautiful boucle pumpkin that I've got from Home Bargains, which is going to replace this knot, I think. And then we've got these. Now, let me just put one out for you guys. So these were purchased from the range last year, and they are the acorns in the glass. Now, obviously, Mum did have one, and when she passed away, I did keep it. So I think I'm going to pop these at the side of the bed, and I'm going to put some lights in them. So this one does already have lights in. So let me see if the batteries do still work. Yes, they do. So this is the look that I'm going for on the side of the bed. So they've just got some lights in there, so I am going to use them. I do have a garland somewhere underneath here that I am going to place just there over the bed if it fits. I did actually purchase the garland for my fireplace, but I'm going to pop it over the bed. If you've been here for some time, you do know that I'll do like a garland over the bed. So I have put the new bedding on, so I've just gone for this really nice cream duvet, and this is from B&M. So let's just pop you on a little bit of a time lapse and let's see what we can do with this room. Okay, so I have put this garland over the bed. Now, as I said, I did buy this for my fireplace, but I've decided I am going to put it here. I do love a garland over the bed. So what I've also got is these beautiful maple leaves that I did purchase from the range. And just at the bottom of the bed, so I'm just going to take you down. So I do have this little urn that I got from the range. I did show this on my channel quite some time ago now. But all I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the flowers that I do have in there with these maple leaves. And I've also got one more pick. So I may just add these into this at the bottom of the bed. So let me take them out. And then these will just go away and they'll come back out after Christmas now, because I'm not going to be using these for Christmas. However, I do actually love these flowers as tree fillers. So that's a little tip for you guys if you're using the same colours for your Christmas. So I'm just going to pop these in here. I don't want this bedroom to be overdone because I do spend a lot of time in here and I just want it to be nice and cozy. So I do think by adding these here, then it'll just make the room look really nice and cozy. It'll bring that garland in as well. I am going to be keeping my white company blanket out because it is my favourite and it is very autumnal as well. So with this one, I'm just going to see if I can get this in here and see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about that, so I need to take that out. But I'm loving these maple leaves in this urn as well. So I've done this side of the room and so far so good. I actually really like it. So I've decided in this room it is going to be more beige and cream with the brown tones. And the reason that I'm keeping the brown tones is because I am keeping my white company blanket out. So I have done the garland above my bed. I've just placed some little decor pieces on my Chloe book. I've popped the glass acorns with the lights just at the side of my bed, and I've also put one on Katie's side, but I do need to go and get some lights for that. I will be putting photos on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, then please head on over because I will be showing all photos of different angles of the rooms so that you can get the full effect of what my home actually feels like. But it does feel really cozy, and because I haven't gone over the top with the bedding as well, I just think it's just going to pull all together because I did want to keep the black curtains up because they are my blackout curtains. So I'm going to move on to this side of the room, and over on this side I do have just a little unit that I do like to decorate as well. So we are going to switch over to that side, and then you will have seen little bits that I've done. But then I'm going to move into the kitchen. It's my favourite part to decorate is the kitchen. So I am going to move on to that next. But let's get the rest of this room done and let's make this feel so cozy. I have actually put a candle here as well on my Chloe book. Now, I do actually light this candle, but I do remove it off the bed. So if you're thinking I wouldn't put a candle on the bed, then I do understand it does get moved. But I've just placed some candles on each side of the bed as well. So let's get over to that side. I'm going to have to get my drink because it is on my windowsill because I'm so thirsty. Decorating your home is thirsty work. Okay, so now we are in the kitchen and I love decorating the kitchen for autumn. Now I've bought quite a lot of bits for the kitchen. I've pulled out a lot of last year's stuff as well. So I am going to turn you around and just give you an overview of everything that I'm going to be putting in this kitchen, hopefully. Now I do only have a small kitchen, but the amount of mugs that I've purchased this year, we're not even going to get into it. So I'm going to turn you around and then I'm just going to play some nice autumnal music and I'm going to decorate this kitchen. Okay, so this is the extent of what I'm working with. Don't take any notice of this because yes, it is my mug collection for autumn, but I am adding some more done in this kitchen this year. So I am going to be switching this. Now this one we got for spring, but I am going to be switching it. So I've got quite a few bits that I do need to start putting out. And my favourite part of decorating this kitchen has to be these shelves. So let's just continue. We are making progress. is what I'm dealing with, and let's just see how well we get on. Let me show you some of the pieces that I have picked out for the front room this year, and I haven't bought any pillows this year, but I have bought some cushion covers, so I will show you all of my cozy bits as well. So let me show you this bit here first, and then we'll move on to the cushions. So this is what I'm working with this year for the front room, and there doesn't look a lot, but there's a lot of candles here. I have brought out my autumn books as well, so I do like to go to the charity shops and pick up books that have got different coloured covers. So these are my autumn ones that I picked up. I've got my Eat Drink Nap. I absolutely love that one. My Raydun candles. I've put these mushrooms here because I am going to be doing my shelf in my hallway in this video, but there is a lot of candles here. So this one was from last year, and they do have it in the range this year. I've pulled out some beads, and this one is from Temu, and it just says fall. And then we do have some picks here as well. So I've brought a lot of the oranges back into this front room this year. I did buy the viral basket bag from Home Bargains, and in there I've just put all of my crocheted pumpkins. They're obviously not going to stay in there. From Temu, I did pick up these beautiful cushion covers. Now, normally I would buy cushions, but to save space, I am just buying the covers so that I can just take them off, give them a wash, fold them away, and it means that I've got a little bit more space in my cupboards. Moving over to the cozy bits. Now, these are my blankets for autumn. I do love a cozy blanket. I didn't actually think that I'd picked one up, but I've just pulled this one out that I bought from B&M for £3. Last year, I did pick up this beautiful pillow from Asda. I think that was £8. And then I did pick up one from the range last year. So I have pulled them out this year for this front room. Now, I don't know if all of this is going to go into this room, but I'm hoping that it is. So I do have quite a bit of mess in this front room. So let me just show you. This is the mess, and this is what, obviously I am going to put that wreath up because it is only new, but the rest of this in here, I think I'm going to donate it to a local charity shop. These are bits that I'm not going to use no more. I do have new. And then I didn't actually use all of the apples from Home Bargains, so I'm going to use them at Christmas time as well. So I'm going to put you on the tripod, and we're going to put all of this out in the front room. It is always handy to have one of these boxes spare when you're putting decorations away and popping decorations out. So all of this now will go away, and these won't come out now till January. So I am going to start with the fireplace first. I'm a little bit stuck because last year my front room was very rustic, and this year it's not. It's black and beige and very neutral. So bringing some gold into the front room, I do think will help a little bit, because obviously I do have gold in here anyway. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place some bits on the fire to see where we go. So I'm thinking that if I just put a acorn on there, maybe some books. So I have pulled a few bits out that I am just going to style on the fireplace, and hopefully once I get the fireplace done, it will all come together. Now, what I'm not wanting to do is make it so overcrowded. That's not what I want to do. I just want to make it very simple but still very cozy. I do also have my Home Bargains blanket that I do want to put in front of this fire. So last year I put all of my crocheted pumpkins, and it was really beautiful, to be fair. But because I got that basket from Home Bargains, I do want to change it a little bit. So I'm just going to continue with the fireplace and see how far we get. have popped my lights on just to make it so much more cozier. And I'm going to show you the cushion covers. Now, I've actually made a mistake with these cushion covers because my cushions are from Dunelm and they are the feather ones. So I believe they're about 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres. When I've put the cushion cover on, I believe these are 45 centimetres, so it doesn't look as full. But these are the ones that I purchased from Temu, and I just thought I'm just going to put them on my sofa just like that. And these will just get pulled off when we're sat on here. These are just for show, really. So I'm just going to pop them on there. And to be fair, I'm not going to do much else with my sofa just because I do like the sofa to be very minimal. We do have to sit on here, so they will just come off the sofa once we're done. So I'm going to move on to the coffee table now, and I do believe this is going to be quite difficult for me because I've actually gone to a circle coffee table rather than a long coffee table, and I'm just going to put some little bits on there. Not a great deal. I do only have a small coffee table, so we're just going to see how far we get done. I have popped all of my White Company books away now, and I'm just left with a blank canvas. So we're going to move on to the coffee table, and I've just got a few more pieces to put out in here, and I think I'm going to be done because, like what I said, I don't want too much out this year. So this is the coffee table, guys. So it's so different to my last coffee table. It's got a black glass top. You can actually see my lampshade there, and it does have a concrete bottom. So let's just fathom it out. I do have some bits over there, and I'm not sure if they're going to go on this coffee table, but I do also have these bits as well. Okay, so let's see what we can master up. So I am thinking to put a book. I do like to have some autumnal books out at autumn, and I was thinking of putting this glass pumpkin on here as well. Now I'm not sure if I want it on there or do I want that stud alone. It does have lights in. Let's see if the lights still work. Yes, they do. So I do have the lights in. So I've got a pumpkin, maybe squirrel, maybe. This squirrel was actually my mum's. She purchased it from Primark last year now. And then I do have this that I do want out on this coffee table. So I'm thinking maybe there. I purchased these beads from Temu last year, and I do actually love them wrapped around an oil burner or a candle. This is so different to last year because I do like to do a display, and because the coffee table's so minimal that I feel as though I'm struggling with the front room at the moment. But we plod on. Obviously, we do need the remotes on the coffee table. And then this eat, drink, nap, I think I'm going to pop it underneath. Now, I have just noticed that it does need to be turned a little bit so you can see this book. So now I need to move my autumn display. Do you know what? Considering I'm more of a rustic type of autumn, I'm actually quite liking the coffee table. So I do have the lights on, so I will use these as a light on a night time. I do also have the balls on that I put on earlier, but I do actually like that. I'm not going to use all of my autumn decor because I just know I haven't got anything for my side unit, so I may have to pop out to the range and get some bits from there. Obviously there is one thing on there that I don't want to move, and that's been there since November last year. She belongs there and she's not moving, so I'm not moving that. You'll know what I mean if you've been here for some time, but that's Pride of Place over there, and I'm not moving her. I'm not popping her anywhere else for autumn. She will stay there. She's been there for a long time. We are losing a little bit of light as well, so I do apologise if the lighting's very different in this video compared to previous videos, But let's just crack on and see how far I get. So guys, that does bring me to the end of this Come Decorate for Autumn with me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. This is one of my favourite videos to bring to YouTube. If you have enjoyed it and you've not subscribed, then please consider doing so. All you've got to do is hit that black subscribe button down below, and don't forget you can hit that notification bell. By hitting that notification bell, that will allow YouTube to notify you every time that I upload. And all I've got to say is that is a wrap for autumn. You have seen all of my hauls. You've seen my Come Decorate with me. Now all you've got to do is head on over to Instagram, because I do like to put images up there of my home for autumn. And the next time we decorate this home, guys, it will be for Christmas. So until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of the day, whatever it is you're doing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.